bankers, lawyers who deal with chronic stress. Living in Dubai, you've got stress from your work, you've got stress from home. Divorce is a massive epidemic now.
If I can teach myself to sustain pain, my body's gonna adjust to that.
Yeah.
Don't look at your screen, don't take any phone calls, don't come and talk to me. I'm a CEO, don't come and talk to me for half an hour. I'm in my zone. I don't wanna hear anything. I don't wanna have to deal with anything. I don't wanna deal with stress. I don't wanna do anything. I don't want even my wife to call me for half an hour. I'm just joking.
Welcome to The Next. I'm Ahmed Ismail. I'm the co-founder of Demand Virtual. Today I have a very special guest with me, Marc, who is the CEO and founder of Sportsify Plus. Welcome, Marc. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, Marc, why don't you start by telling us who you are and what you do?
All right, so it's a bit of a long story, but I'm going to try to summarize a little bit the story for your viewers and everybody around us. So literally, my life has been surrounded by sports in general. I've been in the sports industry roughly around 35 years. It all started, tennis is what started my career in the sports industry. I'm an ex-professional tennis player. I played on a tour. I played on a satellite tour. I was a junior in a Davis Cup. So tennis has been literally, has been part of my upgrowing. As a high performance sports, it has pretty much formatted the upcoming further years of my professional life story and my personal life story. So in a nutshell, high performance sports, tennis is one of them, and it all started from there. So, I mean, in terms of, it has led to a number of startups that have grown up from the game itself, and it has opened up new doors in terms of other fields such as health and wellness, longevity, and the whole racket sports industry in general.
So with regards to longevity, which is we're going to spend a lot of time today talking about it. It's a topic that I think has garnered a lot of media attention recently. A lot of people who probably listen or view this podcast are people like bankers, lawyers, people who have very demanding jobs, who deal with chronic stress. Living in Dubai obviously adds to that chronic stress. You know, you've got stress from your work, you've got stress from home, you've got stress, divorce is a massive epidemic now. So mental health and wellness are big issues now. And they've probably been big issues since COVID, and now they've sort of boiled over. How do you deal a lot with biohacking, right? Can you tell us how you view biohacking? What is biohacking?
Well, biohacking can take different meanings coming from different angles in terms of me coming from a sports industry. I view it in a different way than a purist coming from the fitness industry per se. For me, biohacking is literally telling your own body or your inner cells and your own organ or vital organs and your own well-being to act in a way that he was not originally designed to be.
Right.
That's biohacking. That means you're trying to hack into a system that is already existing, let's say 1,000, 2,000, since life existed on Earth. What we're trying to do is we're trying to, in a sense, create an exit door for humankind to be able to sustain the type of pressure that you mentioned, just before.
So if someone who comes to you who say, you work with a lot of like CEOs, you work with a lot of founders, bankers, etc. Someone comes to you at the age of say 43, 44 and wants to add 15 good years to their life.
Yeah.
Where would they start?
Well, I mean, understanding the fact that they don't have pre-existing illness.
Healthy. Someone who's healthy.
Healthy. Okay. Well, I mean, it's for me, getting to the level do you want to get, meaning adding extra life to your life, extra years to your life. I mean, you got to start from ground zero at one point. So, I mean, you got to do a full body assessment in terms of, let's say, like you said, he's healthy, but I still need to do a full body assessment. It's like me building a house. The foundation has to be healthy. So I need to know and understand exactly in your body what is that might trigger something that might not work moving forward, or I need to understand what part is weak, part of your body that's weak that I need to work on. In terms of, and then on top of that, I need to add extra layers of added positive nutrients, or now we're getting into a very discussed nutrition. It could be organic, or it could be, a bit more natural nutrients. But then it's a whole combination of nutrition. It's a whole combination of fitness, a combination of sports. It's a combination of environment that you're living in, and it's a combination of your stress level and your mindset. Those are the topics that I will be focusing on.
So let's go down into, say, nutrition. Okay. There are a lot of diets all over the shop. Everyone's telling you should be carnivore, and then the same people you should say you should be giving up meat. Okay. And then how should we act? Like which direction should people go? Because there's so much noise in the market. Yeah. Other podcasts, like Diary of a CEO, right? He has a new guy every week giving you completely different advice. Okay. So what are the big problems that you see in people who are like 43, 44? Where are the sort of focus areas? There must be a pattern that you see that you would probably push them in a certain direction when it comes to, say, diet.
Well, you have to understand that it's a very fine line when you talk about adding extra years to your life, and when you start getting into nutrition. When we talk about CEOs, founders, at this high level, this kind of personality have a business lifestyle that is completely different than a normal 9-to-5 guy that goes to work. I think we should agree on that. Those guys have constant pressure. They have constant meetings. They are always on a business lunch somewhere. They're always on a dinner lunch business somewhere. There's always an invitation going somewhere as to where food is available, drinks, alcohol, everything is available. So my point to you is, in order to get in some kind of a routine and some kind of a specific directed type of direction, I will bring my client to, number one, start bringing down the amount of pressure that they are putting on their body, meaning maybe cutting down on the amount of business lunch, not going for a lot of post or pre let's say snacks here and there. Yeah. So there's a lot of, it depends. And as you asked me before, at the end of the day, nutrition is all about how you feel comfortable with your own body and yourself, right? A high performance athlete will not be fueled the same way
as a founder, a business person.
Exactly, right? So it's going to be two different type of fueling that I'm going to work with on.
What's, say, the 3 top rules that you give to your clients when it comes to nutrition and lifestyle? Like, how should they lead their, what are the sort of 3 governing rules?
Discipline, consistency, and back to basics.
Right.
Back to basic, discipline, consistency. Let me tell you why. I mean, again, I want to go back to 100 years ago. Simplicity. We're talking a lot about nowadays about blue zones. Blue zones.
Blue zones. What are blue zones?
Oh, you never heard of blue zones?
I've never heard of blue zones.
All right. Blue zones are a certain cities or towns, let's say in Greece, Italy, mostly throughout the Mediterranean coast, as to where people tend to live above 100 years old.
Okay, they're called blue zones.
Yes.
So I hear a lot about like the Mediterranean diet,
Well,
which a lot of cardiologists
yeah.
push.
Yes.
Olive oil.
So this is what we call as a blue zone. A blue zone is literally a number of people. Let's say it could be a village. It could be a specific village in, let's say, in Italy or in Spain or in Greece or so it's usually it's built around the fact that we used to live in a very, very simple manner as to where we used to wake up, we used to see nature, we used to have all the animals around the farms. We used to be literally living in a simple environment, and that means that stress was at a very, very, very low level. That means your cortisol level was not as high, right? So I mean, it means that and the type of nutrition that we used to have was all natural and pretty much organic from the soil, and there was not that much pesticide involved into all this stuff. It was grown pretty much naturally. So try to recreate this type of environment in an environment as to where we went into the fifth industrial revolution, pretty much.
Yeah.
As to where like everything has gone up from ground to almost, the moon.
Yeah.
So the thing is, in between, what you have what we call the outer space. It's literally the outer space. The outer space is literally everything between the underground and space that is coming in between us and the universe.
Wow. Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to explain that a little bit more in detail, it means that your journey from Earth to the top is pretty much what you're going to encounter along the way.
Okay.
So along the way, because eventually your soul, whatever religion you're from, I mean, whether you believe that you're going to be reincarnated or you're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to Jannah or you're going to go to anywhere you want to go, along the way, there's going to be a process.
Okay.
And that process is you physically being in that universe.
So what's that got to do with blue zones?
Well, it has to do with the fact that me personally, in my day-to-day practice, I try to recreate this type of blue zones.
I see. Okay. That's very...
with my clients.
Okay. So give me an example. Someone like me, if I was your client,
Yeah.
how would you recreate a blue zone for me?
Well, number one, I will get you as much as I can out of your, office.
Yeah.
That's number one. I will get you into nature. I mean, into green stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I will get you into nature stuff, which is water, sea. I will get you into pure air. I will get you. I mean, to the extent as we can,
Yeah.
I mean,
so living in Dubai, right?
Depending on where you
We've
live.
got the beach. I guess we got the beach.
The beach, you can get out of Dubai. If you go take a drive, you can go to, Fujairah,
So that covers the sort of environment to lower the cortisol, to take away from chronic stress.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest problem that you see? And what's wrong with cortisol and stress? What does that do to the body?
Well, stress plus a bad diet nutrition,
Yeah.
right? Plus, stress, nutrition, and inactivity. When I say inactivity, I'm saying if your body is not in motion on a daily basis, I mean high intensity motion, we're talking about between 3 to 5 hours per day, you need to shock your body.
So you need to be doing exercise for 3 to 5 hours a day?
Well, not in a high intensity, but you need to be moving.
Moving.
At a certain level in terms of your internal body to be. You need to shock your body. I mean,
need to shock your body.
It's what's happening is your body is adapting to whatever you give him. Right. The human physiology has been built in a way that we can sustain and adapt to situation. Well, how many times you see people, let's say, I want to take you an example, the Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
Right. The Navy SEALs went into training, but they are taught and they teach themselves to sustain pain.
Yeah. Of
right.
course. We talked about David Goggins, didn't we?
Right. Exactly. So my point to you is, if I can teach myself to sustain pain, that means that at any point in time, whatever I'm trying to introduce to my daily routine, my body's going to adjust to that.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? And then once your body starts adjusting, then you start getting into a routine as to where your internal cells are adapting as well. Your blood cells, your white cells, everything is inside your body is adapting to what is new to them.
Right.
Now, whether it's bad, whether it's good, that's up to you. But what I'm saying, at one point, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and get your inner body and in your...
So you're saying 3 to 5 hours a day, we should be out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
Doing basic movement or even high intensity movement.
Yes.
Okay. And a lot of people have gym memberships that they use occasionally, right? I'm not one of them. I actually go to the gym a lot. But a lot of people have gym memberships, and there's a lot of conflicting advice that you see everywhere on social media. Friends, ex-athletes, they all tell you different things about how much movement or what kind of movement you should be doing. For instance, I was speaking to a friend of mine who is a cardiologist who says to me, who's a runner, right? I speak to another cardiologist who told me the complete opposite of what that cardiologist said and saying, running is really bad for you. You should be doing weights and you should. So this is my point.
Yeah.
When we say 3 to 5 hours, what is the elixir? What is the right way forward for people like us? There's probably a lot of us, right? Who are founders, who are CEOs, who have high stress demanding jobs, high stressful demanding jobs.
I mean, let me ask you this. You're sitting on your desk from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
What is 3 hours a day of movement comparing to 9 to 5 sitting on your chair, looking at your screen? I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if every half hour you take a break from whatever you're doing,
And
whether it's your screen or your phone, you just shut off your phone for half an hour.
Yeah.
Don't look at it. Don't listen to it. Don't look at your screen. Don't take any phone calls. Don't come and talk to me. I'm a CEO. Don't come and talk to me for half an hour. I'm in my zone. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to have to deal with anything. I don't want to deal with stress. I don't want to do anything. I don't want even my wife to call me for half an hour. I'm just joking. But what I'm saying is this half hour is you and yourself. You're mentally rewiring yourself for half an hour during the day.
Right. Okay.
You understand my point?
Yeah.
That could be a number of half hours during the day.
The half hour from the 3 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the exercise bit? Because this is the thing that, me personally, I do powerlifting.
Okay.
Right? I do CrossFit. I also do boxing.
Okay.
I do all these different things.
Yeah.
And people tell me different advice that's conflicting. So I want to hear from you. Someone like me, someone with my profile, my body shape, right? What should I be doing?
Listen, I'm going to go back to a very essential rule of life, okay? Every training, whether it's high intensity training, low intensity training, every diet, everything that you try to introduce to your body, you have to test and drive. It's a simple philosophy.
Yeah.
Right? As you mentioned, we are in an environment as to where a lot of people, so-called people, think that they know a lot of things about everything. But as we know, and we know very well that knowledge is not an ending odyssey. I myself keep learning on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Now, to come back to your case in specific, I need to understand, before I give you any type of advice, I need to understand your environment. I need to understand what you're living in, how you're living in, what your day-to-day schedule, when you wake up, when you go to work, when you're done with work, when you drive from your car to your house, or with your car to, let's say, you're going to a meeting. I need to study your day-to-day case on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, before you get to work, after you get to work. That means I need to be a parasite.
Oh wow! Okay.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I need to be in your life. I need to get into your house. I don't know. I'm literally understand. I mean, if for me to understand you
want to see everything I do.
I need to see.
And you would tailor every. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Now, what does the trainer, a fitness trainer, do, or a doctor do? You get by the time you get to the doctor, whatever you have within you in terms of illness has already festered and it's already there. So you get to the doctor at a point where it's either late or it's
treating symptoms rather than the root cause.
Exactly, right? So my point is, in order for you not to get to the doctor, I need to get you in an environment, in a bubble, that's going to allow you and allow your system, your personal system, your immune system, your defense system, to fight any type of outside intruder within your body.
Okay.
That's what I need to do. In order for me to do that, I need to understand your mental, your physical, and the environment.
So, I mean, that's very good advice. You're saying basically, you go in, you treat the root cause, everything from movement to habits, etc. Now, something I talk about a lot in the office is when we come to biohacking, is there are certain habits that I like. So, for instance, cold plunges. I love cold plunges. I love saunas. I love these sort of different habits that I formed in my life. What are your views on are these fads, or are they like really helpful and really, and where should something like a cold plunge or a sauna fit in someone's life outside of exercise and recovery?
Again, a cold plunge is an addition to a litany of solution that you're trying to introduce to your well-being life. It's not a remedy, right? I'm on a cold plunge because if I'm a top performing athlete, I need to cold plunge because I need to keep my muscle into some type of a cryogenic cold system as to where I need to extend my muscle recovery lifestyle.
What benefits do like cold plunges have and saunas have on your life?
I mean, again, to come back to this, it does shock your system. It will shock your system. It will shock your any organ within your body. It will shock him, and then shocking. Like I said, shocking is a good thing. Shocking is a good thing in a very studied way, right? Again, I'm not going to put an overweight person in a cold bath.
You're not going to
I'm not going to put an overweight person in a cold bath.
An overweight person in a cold bath?
No.
Why not?
What if his heart react wrongly and you get a heart attack?
I see. Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
I mean,
fair enough. We don't want that to happen.
I mean, anything can happen. When you sub-zero, again, but the problem with that is it has become a trend. And if you're not properly advised about it, again, you're going to find yourself in a situation as to where maybe you're going to get into a situation physically, internally, that you didn't have before, that you can create another problem somewhere.
Right.
You see my point?
I do, yeah.
So we're living in an age. We live in an age of everything is out there. Everything is on Instagram. Everything is live. Everything is recorded. Everything is at the moment. We're living in the moment. Influencers.
Yeah. A lot of health influencers.
Yeah.
Who push certain bits of longevity and biohacking.
Yeah.
And part of me bringing you here is for you to ask you holistically, what is real or what is actually useful and beneficial and what is not. And one thing I'd like to ask you is, if you were to recommend 2 things for everyone, right? A sort of a habit change, right? That has a meaningful effect, not just like generic stuff like move more. Everyone knows they should be moving more and eating, like not eating processed foods. But is there something specific that you think, yes, that's it, do that you would recommend to everyone?
Number 1 is nutrition.
Nutrition, okay.
Gut health.
Gut health. Gut health is the number 1 thing.
Everything starts from there.
Okay. And what aspects of gut health, how do you fix someone's gut?
Well, again, it all going to depend on your ability to sustain a very specific amount or type of foods that you can, allow your body to get in, or you can sustain also, let's say, a certain amount of, let's say, hours as to where you're not allowing your body to have any type of foods in its system.
Okay.
Right?
So things like intermittent fasting. You're a big fan of that. You told me you haven't eaten for 3 days.
Yes, going towards the 5 days.
5 days now.
Fast.
So you haven't eaten for 5 days.
Yes.
And you're not hungry.
No, again, like I said, my body is adapting to what I'm telling him to do.
Okay.
Now you have to understand that I don't recommend any Joe Schmo on the street to do a 5-day fast, because obviously before you get to that level or point of doing this, you have to incrementally and gradually bring yourself to get to there.
And what are the benefits from fasting for 5 days?
Well, you're pretty much rewiring your whole internal system. It's like me going into an engine car and changing all the plugs and all the oil and everything. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so do you have like specifically anything that you see as a benefit for that for someone like me? Should I be doing a 5-day fast?
I would suggest you to do another 5-day fast, but if you can get started with a 1 day, 24 hours, and depending on your hunger system and what type of food you are putting into your body. Again, when you want to do a fast, intermittent fasting, you need to be careful with the type of food you are putting into your body.
Right.
You cannot just go and willy-nilly go and eat anything and just go around and fool around with any type of food. Because now what you're doing is you shocking your gut.
Yeah.
You're literally telling your system to shut down something that's coming from your mindset. Because your mindset is on the hour, on a day-to-day basis, on a minute-by-minute basis, your mind is saying, I need food. So
that's hormonal, isn't it?
But, well, I don't know if it's hormonal. What I'm saying is I always go back to the main thing, which is the mindset.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to do whatever my mindset decides me to do.
Yeah.
My mindset is I'm going to tell my body that my body doesn't need food for 24 hours. Am I going to get to a breaking zone? Of course. I'm going to try to find a way to go around that breaking zone? Sure. Now, for me, it's maybe chewing gums.
Right.
It's increasing my amount of water that I'm doing during the day.
So when you go on your 5-day fast, is it a dry fast or do you have water and electrolytes?
No, it's water.
Water.
It's water and coffee.
Water and coffee. No electrolytes?
No.
Not even electrolytes?
No. I mean, I'm steering away from anything that's chemical and that I don't know about.
Okay.
So you have to understand that on top of my fast, I'm extremely active.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sitting on a desk on a day-to-day basis. I'm active. I'm in the pool. I'm on the tennis courts. I'm on the paddle courts. I play soccer. And personally myself, as an personal, build up, I have my own routine that I do on a day-to-day basis in the morning, in the evenings, prior to starting my day. So, I mean, on top of my fast, I have all this stuff added. And on top of that, I'm running my business. I'm running my company.
Yeah.
So you add stress, you add, decision making, new opportunities, nutrition, mental well-being, mindset. I mean, those are all the topics that we try to cover during the day on the fast.
Tell us a typical day of how you live your life. You look very young.
Thank you.
So you're obviously doing something right. So can I ask you a question? How old are you?
I'm 53, going on 54 very soon.
You look very young. You don't look like a day over 28.
Thank you.
So how do you tell me a day in the life of Marc? At 54, you're obviously in great shape. What is your day like? Day to night.
In order for a human being to get into the routine that I'm getting myself into it, I call myself part of the 1% club.
Okay.
Which is Goggins, the one that you mentioned.
David Goggins. Yeah, huge fan.
He's pretty much close to that one. But now, the difference is I try as much as I can to emulate a lifestyle that is resemble more to what everyday Joe is living.
Okay.
Not everybody's going to go and run an ultra marathon.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Even if you train, mentally you need to be in another atmosphere.
I can't even manage a 10K. So yeah.
So my point to you is, myself personally, my day-to-day routine is so on. I wake up at 5.
Mm-hmm.
By 5:30, 5:45, I have already dropped 400 push-ups.
So you do 400 push-ups first thing in the morning?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's me without having taken any coffee. Anything has nothing. I mean, bear in mind, I'm already on a 24 to 72 hour fast.
Yeah.
But I'm waking up in the morning. The first thing that I do, I shock my body. I shock my inner system.
400 push-ups every day.
I'd say 400 has been my max. I've been between 250 to 350 on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. It's happening. It's not going to change. It's my routine in the morning.
Wow. Okay.
On top of that, I had a number of, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes of pull-ups.
Pull-ups. 10 to 15 pull-ups.
Yeah.
That's manageable.
Yeah, that's manageable.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to understand that I don't want also to go into tearing a muscle part of my body as to where, I mean, the older you get, you got to be careful in what you're doing. Now, on top of that, I'm going to go into my core system, which is, I'm going to go between a 15 to 20 minute plank.
Plank for 20 minutes. Okay.
And that pretty much sums up my early mornings. After that...
And that's 5:45 a.m.
That's 5:45.
Most people are still in bed.
Well, it's a choice.
Yeah.
After that, I'm going to go into my black coffee.
Black coffee.
Black coffee.
Okay.
And
what kind of coffee? Medium roast, dark roast, or does it not matter?
I think I will go medium roast.
Medium roast, I heard, is the better nutritionally, right?
Yes. When I'm done with that, I'm going to go into my green tea, which is around 7:30 a.m. Before I just leave my home. I'm going to get into my green tea, which is my zone, my, antioxidant, morning boost.
Yeah.
And after that, that's it. I haven't put any type of food into my system because still, I want my inner body mentally and physically to be clean.
Right.
Now, moving forward, I'm going to start loading into water during the day.
So you don't start with water? Because a lot of people say you should start your day with water.
Water is not going to get you to a 400 daily push-up.
I'm sure it won't, yeah.
So you need to shoot up. You need to shock your system, right? I need my muscles to be awake. The first thing I do in the morning. So as you can see, my morning routine, I'm already mentally and internally, I have rewired my system already.
Yeah.
So when I'm coming out of my house, because I know that I'm still coming out of my house, I'm going to be attacked.
You're going to get attacked?
I'm not going to be. It's a paraphrase.
Okay.
I'm not going to be attacked as in attack physically.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be attacked physically and mentally.
Yeah.
And and then my nervous system is going to be attacked. So I'm getting into my stress. I'm going to look at my stress.
You're going to start to feel cortisol.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm getting into my stress environment, whether it's driving from A to B. By the time I drive from A to B, if I check my watch, my stress level has gone up tremendously.
What watch do you use to manage your stress? Because everyone's talking about Aura. I mean, I've got an Aura ring. I've got an Apple Watch. I also have a Whoop one, which I didn't wear today.
Yeah. Well, I'm using an Apple Watch.
An Apple Watch, and that's good enough.
That's good enough for me. I mean, sometimes too much information. You don't know what to rely on. It's gonna drive me berserk.
Yeah.
And then the problem with, not the problem is, the thing is when you get into my type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
You become a bit anal, and you become extremely. You can become extremely how you call this?
Over-reliant?
Oversensitive.
Yes.
On data and information.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
This is
it's
my
not
point.
always right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the data that I get from my watch, or the data that I'm seeing on a day-to-day basis, or the stress, or the nutrition, or the environment that I'm facing every day, I summarize all this on a day-to-day basis. I try to put it on my phone, on a piece of paper, and then from there, I realign what's going to be my next day, or the day after that.
So you see, if I've had a stressful, so 7:30 a.m., you're at the house, you're battling the traffic on Sheikh Zayed Road. Mm-hmm. You've had enough of life by 8:30.
Pretty much.
Your cortisol is sky high.
Yeah.
So what happens for the rest of the day? What is the rest of you finish meeting clients 10, 11, 12, whatever. You've got the afternoon now. How do you go from afternoon to night?
You mean, bear in mind, you're not working anymore, right? You're out of work. That's what you mean.
Out of work, say most people out of work at 5.
Yeah.
So from 5 till midnight, or till go to bed.
I need to find a hobby. Mm-hmm. I'm not, for myself. It's
tennis, paddle.
It's easy.
Yeah.
But you need to find yourself a hobby as to where you're going to go and socialize. You need to be in a social environment. You need to be around people. You need to be talking to people, besides the fact that you talk to people on a day-to-day basis, but those people that you talk on a day-to-day basis within your work have usually an internal or a personal interest in doing something with you, meaning they're going to take money from you or they're not going to take money from you, right? So that's the people you see from 9 to 5. Yeah. After 5, sorry, I'm mistaken. After 5, you could find those people again. But what I'm saying is it's more of a me time.
Okay.
It's my time. I'm going to go and hit the ball. I'm going to go and play a soccer match with friends on the pitch. Or I'm going to go in a pool and I'm going to do 50 laps.
Right. So you done your workout in the morning. Now, in the evening, is it purely sport? Or is there, you mentioned social activities are very important. Mm-hmm. We don't see enough of that in the internet. Like, no one talks about that. Everyone talks about that you should just be working out more. But some people have families, etc. So how do you manage that? So for you, you're saying it's more sort of social sports, would you say?
I'd say paddle, pickleball. And
then in terms of an evening routine, how do you deal with your evening routine, winding down? Are there any supplements that you?
Okay, so you're talking about a single person. A person that is engaged in a relationship or married person, because all these varies, obviously.
Okay, so say a single person and say someone with a family, 2 different people.
Yeah. Well, if your significant other wife is not into a healthy lifestyle, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Do you need... or do you find the need to talk it out with your wife and saying, listen, I need my me time when I'm done from work, I'm coming back home, or I'm going to the gym, or when I'm home, I need to unwind. You want to do your stuff, I'm good with it. I'm going to do my stuff for, let's say, half an hour to an hour. I'm going to get on, I'm going to watch Wimbledon. I'm going to, I mean, this is my mean time. I need my mean time. I need to rewind myself, my system, internal system. I need my mean time. When I'm done, let's sit down at a table. If I'm married, let's sit down, have the kids, let's eat, have a fun time. And that's how we go about.
So it's a very traditional way of looking at it. When, you finish work, you need time to decompress.
Yes.
So decompression is a very
100%.
important part. And then in terms of sort of how many hours sleep you get, sleep is a very big part of what causes stress.
100%.
Lack of sleep.
This is another topic that has a lot of experts have weighed in. Everybody's going to tell you I need my between 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. That's your quote unquote number that everybody's saying.
Yeah,
I've seen people living on the 4 to 5 hours a night.
and is that good?
And I haven't studied their long-term effects, so I don't know where they are. I need to do a study case on each one of them on a period of 1 to 5 years, and see what's the side effect of sleeping 5 hours. Again, when somebody talk about a subject, whether it's numbers, whether it's 5 or 8 hours, anything that is implemented, anything that has to do with numbers or solutions when it comes to your personal well-being has to be studied on a long-term basis.
Yeah.
You cannot make up a mind or you cannot make up a decision on a short-term period because it's not going to work.
So So you're saying you look at sleep patterns over a period of time, and you don't. Am I right in saying that you don't necessarily subscribe to the whole 6 to 8 hours? It just depends on the individual.
Me personally, no.
You need 6 to 8 hours.
No.
You sleep a lot less,
I can function on a 5 hours, 4 hours night.
and you're fine.
But you have to understand. You have to understand one thing, that if I'm able to function on a 4 hours sleep only, that's because I have prepped my body to be able to sustain this kind of attack. Because it is at the end of the day. Because everybody tells you that sleeping is your way of. It's like you charging your phone. That's what happened.
Okay.
I'm charging my phone at night. I'm not touching it the whole night. It's charging. It's rewiring. It's getting ready, rebooting for the next day. So when I'm sleeping, I'm rebooting my system for the next day. Now, if my system is not adequate in terms of full-blown, ready to go, of course, I'm going to get myself on the long term into a situation where I'm going to open a door for something to come within myself that is not something that I want to be in.
Yes. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And do you track your sleep with like all these, like, I use an Aura ring. I love it.
No.
No.
And again, there's different type of sleeps. There's deep sleep, light sleep.
Because what this does, it tracks like your deep sleep, your REM, your core. I think light sleep.
Yeah.
I think Apple has the same similar features.
I'm telling you, man. When I sleep, I sleep. You can come and knock the door, enter the door, drop my house. I'm sleeping. And
do you have any good habits that you recommend? Like, say, top 3 habits for getting a good night's sleep? For someone like me, someone who's a founder, the CEO, who has a very stressful, hectic lifestyle.
There's a few things that people have tried. Meditation. Me personally, on top of what I'm doing, on top of my hyper activities, I finish my day with half of a glass of wine.
Okay.
Again, a lot of experts are going to tell you, no matter what type of wine you drink, it's still alcohol. Don't drink it. It's gonna be detriment to your health on the long term. But if I'm drinking half of a glass of wine, whatever is inside that wine, inside the grape, is helping me unwind and loosen up my muscles. So in order for me to be able to sleep well, I need to be muscle-free, loose completely.
Yeah.
No tension within my body, whether it's mental or physical. And I need to feel like a 500-pound weight just dropped on me.
Oh, okay.
That's how I feel. That's me personally, huh? Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you why I sleep so deep. That's
It's because
how I
you have you're in a relaxed state of mind.
exactly.
Okay. And what do you recommend to people who probably struggle with that?
Well, you
What habits? What are the, like, say, top 3 habits practical habits that you give people to be able to get into that state of mind before they sleep?
Well,
Sounds like an obvious question.
it is an obvious question, but again, there's no magic bullet to this. You're gonna get to a certain pattern of sleep when you will allow your body to receive a number of solutions that will guide you to that type of situation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, now you're gonna tell me, when people tell you you have this quote unquote phrase, sleep like a baby,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Do you ever understand what does that mean?
Or babies sleep a lot.
And babies have no worries. Babies there's nothing going on here. Pretty much, it's like, I'm trying to grow. Let me grow. I'm like in my growing stage. I need to grow and I need to I'm happy I'm out now. So sleep like a baby. My only worries is, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Where's my food? Where's my drink? That's it.
And that comes back to mindset, doesn't it?
Hey. And that's a very, very simple analogy that I just gave you, right? Sleep like a baby. Well, the baby stage, babies are sleeping extremely well, and they are growing extremely well, and they are growing, and they are growing into people like you, like me, like anybody else.
So one of the things that we talk about a lot in this podcast is technology and the future. What's going to happen? We don't often sort of bring in guests in capacities like sports and health. But in the UAE, especially in the UAE, well, around the world, we're seeing a lot of biohacking tools, right? There's the industry of, like, people taking my age and a little bit older, taking things like peptides, NADs.
Methyline.
A few of my friends have started
blue, the thing. What's the name?
Testosterone replacement, TRT.
Yeah.
Right. What is your view on all these biohacks?
Well, I need to ask you a question. Have you gone to your general MD and did he prescribe you one of those?
No.
Why?
Because I don't need any of that. Okay.
But why you don't need any of that? How do you know you don't need any of that?
Well, I don't know.
That's my point. I compare the NADs and the peptides to the crypto and the Bitcoin industry. It's the same analogy.
Is it?
It's so the same.
How is it the same analogy?
Because Bitcoin. I mean, listen. Myself up until today. I'm still fighting crypto technology.
You're fighting crypto.
I'm fighting.
How are you fighting crypto technology?
I don't want to get into it.
Why not?
Something that I don't understand, I don't want to get into it. No matter how much you're going to explain to me. And I have a very, 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 very detailed mindset.
Okay.
So I can understand things.
Okay.
But
I won't debate you on that.
No. I understand
Yeah.
your point, and maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm right. My point to you is I cannot buy into something that I don't see.
Okay.
I need to see.
You need to see it.
I need to see.
Okay.
Go back to the Bible, go back to the Quran, go back to any religion you want to see. I need to see. Call me Thomas, whatever, one that see. I need to see Jesus to touch him, whatever it is. I mean, I need to see.
Okay. So you don't see that they do anything?
Which part? The crypto?
No. If we do talk about the crypto, we'll probably end up having a fight. So
okay. So talking about the NADs and all the peptides.
Yeah.
Okay. So my point to you is, who has invented those things? Do you know? Where did they come from? Are those private labs? Are those? I'm still trying to understand where they come from.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the source of anything.
Right.
Again, I want to go back to Bitcoin and crypto. It's somebody in Japan.
Are you saying who created Bitcoin? Is that what you're going to argue?
No. I'm talking about the peptides.
All right. Peptides.
But I'm
Let's stick
taking
to
the
that.
same similarity.
Okay.
Over there, it was created by someone that was so-called Japanese, whatever, Hitoshi something, right? That I've never met, that I don't know, that I don't know where it come from. But that's a story, okay? Now, here, I don't know who created peptides or NADs or things. It could be a lab, a private lab.
Right.
It could be done into how do you know where the coronavirus came from? We still don't know. China, maybe. Maybe.
Who knows?
We don't know. It's been a lot of debates about this. So one point to go back to this is I don't know where it comes from.
So these are not so in your view, what you're saying is that you don't feel like peptides, NAD plus and NAD plus, is it called NAD or NAD plus? NAD plus, TRT, any of these things are actually, they're not it's not biohacking, is it?
Well, it's some form of biohacking because it kind of regulates what's going inside. It regulates or irregulates what's going inside your internal body.
Right.
So you are in a sense changing.
Yeah, you're changing something.
The morphology of your internal organs.
Okay.
You are. Now, I'm from the school of nothing's going to come inside my body. That's my school.
Nothing is going to go in your body.
Nothing that is chemical that I don't know about that has been
You're very
produced,
careful about
that has been done into labs.
Yeah.
Nothing will enter my body. That include antibiotics, aspirin, Panadol, anything.
I'm very similar to, I live like that as
I haven't touched a Panadol in 2 years. Bear in mind, I've had headaches.
Okay.
I've had colds.
Yeah. You don't touch any of that.
I'm going to wear it out. I'm going to let my body fight the thing because my body is built for that.
Interesting. This is fascinating. This bit of this is kind of coming towards the end of our podcast, but I always ask 3 questions to every single guest. So this podcast is called The Next. So what's coming next? So we talked about peptides and NAD pluses, and you trashed them basically. Like you trashed crypto.
No.
I'm not going to get into that.
No. Bear in mind, I'm not saying that peptides and NADs are bad for you. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm in the middle. In the terms of, I'm talking from a personal point of view. Again, if somebody wants to understand something, they have to go test and drive. If I want to buy a Porsche, if I want to buy a Ferrari or a Bentley, I need to go and test drive. If I want to buy a car, if I want to get married, I need to date.
Okay.
If I want to understand what's the feeling of falling in love, I need to allow myself to be out there and be vulnerable. So my point to you is, I'm not trashing NADs and peptides. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Will I use one of those because the science have proven to me that for what I'm doing in terms of high performance, it's going to be beneficial, and on the long term, it's not going to be detrimental to my well-being? Maybe. But again, those are products that each and every individual is his own responsible person.
Fair. I think that's a fair point.
That's it.
Okay. So what is the next for Marc?
The next is for me to bring Sportsify Plus to the next level. It's funny I'm going to say that. To the next level of your ultimate health, wellness, sports, influenceable, ultimate lifestyle. That's what Sportsify Plus wants to be.
Okay.
It's your platform. It's your ultimate platform where if you want to feel mentally, your mental wellness needs to be to another level, you come and see us. If you want to feel good about yourself, you come and talk to us. If you want to get into a high performance zone, whether it's on your business life, private life, well-being life, or in the sports life, you come and talk to us. We're going to guide you.
What's the next for the longevity and well-being industry? Because it is an industry.
Yes. I think from my personal understanding is we have just scratched the tip of the iceberg. I think there's going to be more to come.
Like what sort of stuff?
Especially we're getting into an AI world.
Yeah.
As to where, on a day-to-day basis, we're discovering new formulas, new products that are geared towards how can I live a much more sustainable, healthier, longer life. And it's so funny because after we spoke last a few days ago, I went back and I'm like, pre-COVID, you never heard of those, have you?
I'd never heard of COVID before COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So COVID has pretty much shifted the whole tectonic platforms around the world 360 degrees. So we went from, okay, I was living in a world where I was trying to survive, I was trying to do my day-to-day job, to I'm living in a world now where I need to prevent me from myself from, God forbid, dying or, getting sick or, how can I improve myself? How can I get better physically? How can I become richer? How can I do, all this, it has become, we're living in, I call this the insanity world. It's becoming insane.
So this leads me on to my final question for you. What is the next for humanity? I ask every single person this question and I get lazy answers and I get good answers. I want a good answer from you.
Back to basics.
Back to basics. Interesting.
Back to basics. Incorporate the world you're living in. Take the best out of what you think is profitable or is beneficial for yourself. Mix and match. Do your own concoction. Go for it. But you have to have sane, healthy foundation. If you're living in a digital, influenceable, product-driven craze, and you don't have a healthy foundation, whether it's mental or physical, you're doomed to fail.
I agree with that. I strongly agree with that. And you always see that the best people who perform are the ones that look after themselves, which is the back to basics thing. And I think that's a great note to end the show on.
Sure.
So, Marc Massad, thank you very much, CEO of Sportsify Plus. Thank you very, very much for joining. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yep.